What up, Seeking Knowledge family, man? How y'all doing? Look, I got a guest with me, so powerful, man. He got his own podcast. His name is Desmond. He go by Roy, and he got a podcast called Sipping and Tripping. But I met this brother in the podcast world. Then we connected outside the Owl app. Also, the reason why we titled this, well, we both picked the title "Best of Both Worlds," balancing life, because I work a job. He work a job. He's an entrepreneur who finna start his own food truck, and he got kids. And we want to know, how can we balance all that out while still showing up for ourselves. So how you doing today, brother, man? How you doing, bro? What's up, man?
I could be doing better, but life is good, man. Life is what you make it. So if you want a positive lifestyle, you just gotta have that mindset and positivity to come your way. That's all. So at the end of the day, I don't care what comes my way, any adversity, I'm gonna overcome. That's what I was born to do.
Exactly. Like, we all gotta overcome, man. We all gotta balance life, man. We all go through shit in life, man. Like, every day don't be peaches of cream, but it's all, like you said, it's about the mindset. Long as you change your mindset, everything in front of you will change.
Right.
And if you constantly look at the, people say people always look at the review, what's behind them. That's why shit always happen, or they always stuck in that same mindset. But long as you, whatever's in the review, leave it in the past and look forward. So I know you got a lot going on, bro. I know you're a manager at a job, bro. You work a job. Like, you work a job. You got kids, bro. And I know you're also starting your own food truck.
Right.
Like, how do you find and balance in life, bro? Like, how do you show up for yourself after dealing with all this? It's my question to you. And let's go, bro. Because I know this is gonna be a good conversation, bro. Because I'll be having to find that balance too.
Well, for starters, I guess I'll start here. Like, so I no longer have that job right now. So I'm in transition to find another job. But we can still speak on when I was employed, right?
Yeah, you can.
So I'm gonna go against the grain a little bit, right? So you said, how do you find that balance? This is the thing. It's trying to balance a work life and home life. It's really no balance, right? Because a lot of people think that's going to be like 50-50 split or 45-55. It's never going to be like that in life. That's not how life was designed. So when we speak about balancing your work life and your home life, right? It's more so about your loved ones being patient with you, right? Because if you think about it, like, to be successful, you got to stand out. You can't be walking amongst the mediocre people, right? You got to get out of that mediocrity to stand out. The more you stand out, the more money is going to come your way. So with that is, like, you have to put in more hours at work. You have to dig deep. You have to do more than others, and that's how you get that revenue. That's how you get that money, right? The harder you work, the more money you get. And sometimes it's not even about how the harder you work, right? It's what you're willing to put out, because at the end of the day, any job or any company that you work for, it's like you become a slave to that company, right? Like, if you think about it, so we was talking about when I was employed, right? I was a kitchen manager. It's supposed to be 50-hour work weeks, but I was more like 55, sometimes 60-hour work weeks. So if you think about it, I was a slave to that company, because when you talk about a quality of life, I no longer knew what that was, because my kids went to school, right? When they get up, get ready for school, I'm leaving. When I go home, they're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't get to see my kids. And in my relationship, we kind of fell out of touch a little bit, because you know we didn't have that time to bond. We didn't have that time to have quality time or enjoy ourselves. So it came a point in time where just the relationship felt like it felt like we was more like roommates, right? So because she was also working those amount of hours, right? The only thing is, she was closer to home. I was working an hour and 10 minutes away. So you got to figure an hour, 10 minutes there, hour, 10 minutes back, on top of the 50, 55, 60-hour work weeks.
Damn.
So that's why I say, when you talk about a balance, there's really no balance, right? So your partner, your wife, whoever, they got to be patient, and that's where that balance comes in, right? So it takes two people become one, right? So when you're in a relationship, they got to understand that sometimes it's not going to be smooth sailing. You know what I'm trying to say? So when we talk about balance, it's very difficult.
Look, you touched on a lot of things. I want to just step back to the job portion because I work a job. And I like how you said like you don't gotta work hard, but once they see the value in you, they gonna give you more hours, or they gonna put you in a position where you can get more hours. Or they gonna be like, well, I know DeMarcus, I know Roy now to do this, so I'm gonna put him over here, and I'm gonna switch that person over there. And like I did with, for instance, like I started as a dishwasher at Red Robin's, started as a dishwasher. Now I cook, bro. And now I look at my schedule, they got me cooking. I don't even wash dishes no more because they seen the value in me. And like you said, once they see the value in you, and you right, you become a slave to that job. I said it to my wife all the time. I'm going to the plantation. I'm going to the plantation.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. Yeah.
But I know that me going to this job is gonna pay off in the end. Like I don't mind, like the check come, I use it to help my wife out, pay the car note, whatever. I use it. But I know when it comes to the balance, I do my best to make time for my wife, for my son that's in the household. See, I gotta find that balance because at first I didn't have no balance. I didn't even know what that word mean. It's like I was all over the place and I was stressing myself out. Head was hurt. Didn't know what I was doing, but like I gotta find that balance. Like when I'm at work, I gotta have that balance, like that peace, because it's people I work with. I'm gonna be real; they are not on the level I'm on when it comes mentally. So I gotta have that balance when I'm at work, so I can make sure that I don't let their energy intertwine with my energy, and I spaz the fuck out. Because I ain't gonna even lie, I be ready to go off on people at my job, bro. I'm talking about my coworkers. So I have to find that balance because I know it's like we're not all over the place, but how I find the balance while I'm in my job, bro, I put my earphones in, I listen to my Jerome's because I know mentally we about to get that rest, about to get hit. I gotta have that balance so I can get these orders out there. But far as like me and my wife, we have good balance. Like we both work a job, bro. She work, I work. But the time we not at work, it be times like our schedule be set, it be times for me and her be off. And that's that balance. We're like, no, we're gonna make time for each other because it be times like you said, I agree. It be times where she getting off work, I'm going in. And you think I like this shit? Fuck no, because I'm going to be around my wife all the time. It be times she going, it be times I'm off, she gotta go to work, or she off, and I gotta go to work. But we just find that balance with each other. Like, you know what? We working jobs for now, and we just gonna ride the wave. Because when the time come, we gonna leave these jobs, bro. We gonna leave these jobs, bro.
So I just want to touch on that. So when you was talking about your wife and spending time when y'all have days all together, that's what I'm saying. Like when I said that it's really no such thing as a balance, right? So what I was getting at was that balance is really about time management, right? So that's what we need to focus on, not trying to balance things out because it really boils down to time management. Anything you do in life is about time management, right? It's about how you manage your time, right? Like you have to practice effective time management to ensure that you have like time for both your work and your personal life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your personal life, that's your family, that's your kids, it's your wife, your family, right? It's you have to. So one thing I learned from uh the boss from my previous job, right? He always like daily, he used to say, what's your plan? And in the beginning, he used to get on my nerves, like, God damn, every day you ask me the same question, what's your plan? What's your plan? What's your plan for the day? And I could not, I got so sick and tired of hearing that shit. But guess what? At the end of the day, he was right. So once I started to apply some of those things to my life, things start working a little bit better, start flowing better, right? Like every day, I took a journal or a notebook or whatever you want to call it. I wrote or set out what's my goal for the day, what's my plan, things I want to accomplish for that day, right? So I had one I used for work and one I had at home. So when we talk about finding that balance, that's what it is. So you got to prioritize everything in your life. Now, if you don't do that, that's what a lot of people fail at. They don't do that. They don't prioritize. They don't set goals and expectations for themselves. So a lot of things just fall to the wayside. When you get out that planner and you start saying, this is what I want to accomplish today. This is what I want to accomplish. And as you do accomplish things or as you do things, then you can strike it off. And if you don't do it, right, you can do it the next day. So my ex-boss used to tell me all the time, like, if you don't do everything on your list. You got to ask yourself why. Was it really that important, or did you put too much on there? Because if you put too much, that means you over planning, right? So then you'll never find that balance. So you have to know yourself and your limitations, and you also have to leave yourself room for hiccups or little bumps in the road. Because like life has a lot of twists and turns. A lot of things come up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
It
I just
does.
wanted to
And
add
I
that.
agree with you about the journal, bro, because like I write my goals down, bro. I got a vision board. I got a journal, bro. And like I just wrote on the wall, like my goal with Legal Shield is to make $1,000 a month, bro. And I'm gonna do that. And that's where the balance come in. Like, and I mean by that, I'm chasing my dream as an entrepreneur. But I still have to give my wife, my son that's in the house time. I still gotta give the plantation time.
I
But
love
I
that.
I love saying that because it's the plantation. It's like you just train your time for money. But I write
Right.
my goals down just because I know it's something bigger than that job, bro. It's something bigger than going to 9 to 5, just clocking in.
Mm-hmm.
And where my balance come in, like on my off days, bro, when I'm not at my job, I'm working on my business, bro. I'm working on my goals. Like I'm out reaching people about Legal Shield, bro. I'm setting up podcasts that's come on to come on my podcast, bro. I'm recording on my audio podcast. That's my balance. Like I look at it like I give them all time. I give them time when I show up. Why I can't give my business or what I got going on time. And that's where people get it twisted. Like they have so much going on with their author, their podcaster, entrepreneur, but they will put they shit on hold and let
Mm-hmm.
Dutch let it collect spider webs. But you will bust your ass for this job that don't really get two fucks about you. Like if you get,
Right.
and I look at it like this. Why I say I'm finding balance in with my entrepreneurship, because I look at it like this. If I'm injured on my job, that means I can't show up. I'm not getting no check. I'm not getting paid. But if
Right.
I find a balance to work my business and to give my business, it don't matter if I'm at home sick. I still can hop on that phone and reach some people about legal shit. I still can work from my phone. So that's why I say people gotta know when to use that. Like people gotta know when, oh, it's time to balance this or focus on this or cut that off a little bit. Or I gotta shut my business down just for an hour. Or I can't go to work today because I gotta make time for my family, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I always gonna make time for my wife, bro. I'm always make time for
Right.
my son. I don't care like if she off for that and I gotta be at work at 5 o'clock in the evening. We gonna use that time and spend that time with each other, bro. Like that's why
Right.
I love my wife, bro, because we know the power of making cause we both went through some fucked relationships, bro. So we know that time, all our time count, bro.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't got nothing against the job. Whoever gonna be watching this, I don't got nothing against my job. But at the same time, I'm not gonna let nothing come between me and my wife, bro. I don't give a fuck. It's a job, family. I'm telling you, bro.
See. All right. So I hear you. I hear you. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with that, right? Because in a relationship, sure, you want to be with your significant other as much as possible, right? But now, it's a little apropos that we talk about that balance, right? Because unless it's causing a riffle in your relationship where now y'all beefing, y'all bumping heads, unless it comes down to that, it's okay to miss valuable time that you might want, right? Because at the end of the day, your success is y'all success, right? Because y'all two together, y'all married, the two y'all make one. So your success is her success as well, and vice versa.
So,
Her success is yours. So I slightly disagree with that statement, right? Because sometimes it's like life sucks. Let me tell you something that I tell everybody.
bro, that's why I
Life,
fuck with your transparency, though, bro. That's why I fuck with your transparency because I think transparency. But go ahead, bro. I fuck with your
so
transparency.
I tell a lot of people that life is hard. If life was easy, we all be doing something else, right? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, think about it like this: you play a video game, and that shit's easy as hell. Are you gonna be motivated? Are you gonna be into playing that game? No, you gonna say, "Oh, I'm done with this." You want something else.
Yeah.
So we hate to lose, right? And by nature, men are competitive, right? Women are competitive as well, but we hate to lose, right? And we hate adversity. We hate when things are difficult, but It's that adversity, it's that difficulty, it's that brings about a challenge. And the more challenges in our life, the more it makes us want to push and keep doing it because we want to win.
Exactly.
Right. So that's why I said about life. If life was easy, we'd be doing something else. Life is hard. That's why we keep pushing. It's, as long as you got a strong mind, as long as you're determined, right? You got willpower and you want to succeed in life. It's those adversities, it's those traumas, it's those negative things in life that makes you keep going, right? Because if like I'm saying, if everything was easy and peachy, then who knows where our life will be? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I tell a lot of people, right? And some people take heed to it, some people don't. So it's when it comes to relationships, sometimes you got to be like, yeah, this shit sucks. I got to be away from you. But sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree. I agree with you said. Like sometimes that's just like, especially like if you know you love this person, but sometimes you have to step away and probably do an extra shift or give your business extra time just so you get the success for you and your family. So I agree with you 100. Like it be times, like I say for like my wife, it be times like I'm knowing that she tired, but it be times that she pick up like an extra hour or two at her job just because she know like, oh, I'm missing time with my husband, but I know this gonna benefit her. So, bro, I definitely understand, and I'm the same way. Like, even though like they cut my hours a little bit because they hire new motherfuckers that don't want to do their job, but that's a whole different story. But the time, it be times where like they ask me to stay an hour over, and I'm not part of got off, bro. I would do that, especially like when the rush come in, bro. When that rush comes, bro, I don't want to leave them on stuck. So I was like, I can stay 30 minutes to an hour. But if I gotta go, I gotta go. Look, y'all, hold on. Let me say this. Thank you, Allison. Thank you to my beautiful wife and my sis, China. Thank y'all for viewing. And you know, me and bro had to come together and drop these gems, man. We just, as men, we need to find balance in life. So, bro, I know, like, you finna launch a fruit, but if I said a fruit, let me drink some water. I know you finna start like you chasing the dream to start your food truck, bro. Like,
right?
How do you make time for that and still show up for yourself? Because I know, like when you want to start a business or anything, you gotta put time in, and you gotta make sure you put time for yourself. You gotta make sure you get the sleep you need, the rest. Make sure you fully charge like a phone, bro. So how do you how do you balance all that in, bro? Or how do you go about doing that?
So as far as that, this is my thing. I feel like a man's job is never done, just like a woman's job is never done. You hear me?
No.
So my thing is this. So sleep gonna come, because can't nobody stay up every day, all day, right? Sleep gonna come. So my job, my priority is getting this food truck up and running, right? And my determination, my motivation is, like I said, to get that up and running. So I gotta clock in, I gotta put in that work. So when you speak about when do I find that time for myself, that is my time for myself, right? Because whatever you care about, whatever you hold dear to you, that's your time. Making sure that's secure. Just like your family, your time is making sure they're secure and they're stable, right? So some people might look at it like, well, it's not really your time, it's their time. No, they can't have a time if you don't provide it for them. So therefore, it's your time. So that's where I take solace in. My time is making sure everything around me is in place. So when everything around me is in place and everything is clicking and moving on all cylinders, that's when I'm at peace. Right. So I don't look for me time as in a sense that like, oh, I just want to spend time by myself. Because if you spend time by yourself, you ain't doing nothing. What are you really doing?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Not me. I need my personal time, bro. I need my me time. Look, and hear me out. And the people that's viewing in, why I say I need my me time. Like, I work a 9 to 5, bro. Some days don't be the best. And I'm talking about for me, mentally. Right. And like I love my wife, but some days we have like a misunderstanding. That's just love. You're gonna have a misunderstanding. Not saying nothing wrong with it. We agree, disagree, to agree. You're gonna have a misunderstanding. But when they come in, I need that long time so I can listen to some Jim Rohns or meditate or take me a walk or something. That's how I release what's going on here mentally, bro. So long as I get that alone time, bro, to myself, I'm gonna be able to be the best husband to my wife. I can be the best slave to that plantation, that job of the plantation. I'm just saying I can. That's why I like my alone time, bro. It works for me. Like people are different, bro. Like your balance, like you got to be around, like you said, your food truck, knowing that I get it. But when my balance come in, bro, I need that a long time, bro. Whether I'm taking a nap or I'm taking a walk or listening to some Jim Rohns or but I need that time to
So I
get
get
my
what
shit
you're saying. All
together.
right, so I think what it is I think I'm looking more in terms of like the big picture, right? Because I think I think everybody needs that alone time to focus and regroup. I think I'm thinking more so like big picture, right? Like, because sure, I need my own personal time too. My kid's mom, like, she used to hate it. She used to, I used to tell her, like, listen, hold up, man, I just need 5 minutes. I need 10 minutes to myself. Or I might need 30 minutes to myself. That's just me. I need to lock in, focus, and get my thoughts together, right? I got to get motivated. I have to sit here and say, all right, what is my plan for today, right? The more noise, the more distraction you have, you can't do that. So I fell victim to this a lot. You know, trying to make the girlfriend happy, trying to make the kids happy, trying to make everybody around me happy to the point where I wasn't making myself happy. I wasn't doing nothing for myself.
I can speak on that. Talk about, bro. In the past, right? Fuck it, I'm throwing out. I used to be a people pleaser, bro. You know how
That'd be
you
the whole day.
please people so much, you
Yeah.
look in the mirror, you don't even know who the fuck you is, bro. I can
Mhm.
relate to that, bro. You trying to make this person happy, but behind closed doors or in public, they don't give a fuck about you, bro. I done dealt with that with my the both mothers of my boys and my daughter, trying to make them happy, but deep down inside, they don't give two fucks about me. That's why they the X factor, and that's why I'm with my beautiful wife Erica. But I know how it means to, and I had people I went in business with, bro. I had people in my family trying to make them happy, but at the same time, they don't give a fuck about you. They only care about what you can do for them.
Mm. That's the truth. That is the truth. And it's funny you mentioned family, man, because like, you know, my family, I often be like, oh, I ain't really got family, I ain't really got friends. And my family be like, oh, you got me. I'm like, hold up, I really don't. Because this is my thing. So when you talk about family, right? Because family should be there before any friend or any stranger, right? So my thing is this: when family say they there for you, okay, well, how many times do they call and check on you? How many times do they check to make sure you're okay? If they don't do that, it's like, so right now I'm at peace with it because I don't get that. I got maybe 2 family members that call and check on me. That's it. And I'm at peace with it. I'm not going to chase nobody down. I'm not going to hunt nobody down. And I used to be that person to make sure everybody was good. I used to say, hey, how's your well-being? How's your mental health? Right? And nobody do that for me. And I still suffer from childhood traumas. I still go through a lot of things myself. So I desire that for somebody to be there and come to me like, hey, how you doing? I don't get that. So I'm at war with myself a lot of times, right? So I had to control alt delete a lot of people out of my life, right? So I'm at peace with it, and my whole thing is when I wake up, what is my plan? What is my goals? What do I want to accomplish today? And I got to hit the ground running, and I can't focus on everybody else because everybody else ain't worried about me. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree, and that's sometimes how you find balance in your life. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
cut people out of your life because you can have so much good shit going on, bro. Knowing you finna go to the top because the bottom is too crowded, but you can deal with a family member who don't see the vision, who don't see the dream, but they all in
Mm-hmm.
there like, oh, that's not gonna work, bro. You know how many people in my family said you don't know what you're doing. Like, stop writing books.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been so many, not just family, like people that I consider my business family. That's why I had to find balance and cut them off. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You finna start this book, write this first book. It's not gonna sell, or it's not gonna do that. Look, bro, it's years later. I'm finna be my 6th book in, bro. I had people around me, bro, that said, you don't know what you're doing with the podcast. You don't know what to say. But this is what I tell people, bro. I said, while y'all see the acorn, I see the trees in the forest in the house. Go ahead, bro.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say this as you were speaking, right? And you had my wheels turning, right?
Go ahead,
So
bro.
this is the thing I want to say. Those I'm gonna write this down too because I've never said this before, but I'm gonna write this down because I like quotes, coming up with quotes and stuff. But look,
Me
I'm gonna say
too.
this: those who crush dreams have no dream.
Woo, you hear
You hear me?
that?
Because if they're a dreamer, if they have dreams and aspirations in life, they're not gonna shoot somebody else down because they
Exactly.
now when we talk about different tax brackets and different levels, when somebody is on your level and they have aspirations, they have dreams, they know how it is. They know where you're coming from. They can relate to you more. So it's those that want to put you down or crush your dreams or step on your dreams. Those are the ones that have no dream. Now, when you said people, your family and friends, whatever, said whatever to you, this is the thing. When I said I was going to do the food truck, same thing with me. Oh, you're never going to be successful. It's not going to work. Blah 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 blah. I bought the truck. They said, "Oh, you wasted money. Why you spend all that money on the truck? It's never going to work." I start buying all the equipment inside, and guess what? People say, "Oh shit, it look nice. Yo, can I work for you?" I'm like, "What? Ain't you the same one that said I wasted my money? Ain't you the same one that said this never work? Ain't you the same one that said I'm not a business person? I'm not business minded? Ain't you the same one? Why would I hire you? Why would I want you anywhere close to this truck?" Now I got a lot of people saying like, "Oh, what's your menu? You started planning out your menu?" And I have. I've been posting food, man. I recently made food for somebody, right? And I'm gonna have them on like little podcasts. Like every time they try the food, sample the food, I'm gonna have them on the podcast. A little short one, maybe like 30 minutes, just critiquing the food, tell everybody what they liked about it, what they didn't like, and what they would change. So that's why I love the fact that you say you have a vision board, because it's people like that have that mindset. They say, "I need a vision board." Those are the people that's going to be successful. Like all the things you're trying to do right now, you have a plan, right? What they say about people that don't have a plan. If you fail the plan, yeah. If you fail the plan, right? Like basically you just don't have no plan. You have to plan anything in life, because without a plan, you're going nowhere fast.
Exactly.
Baby, I'm still alive.
So, and this is the thing. Not everything in life is going to go how we plan.
I'll call you right back.
Right? That's called life. So this is the thing. When one door closes, another one opens.
Exactly.
Right? When you get faced with adversity, what do? Do you keep fighting? You keep pushing, or you give up? It's people that give up that's weak-minded and is never going to succeed. So if you say I want to do X, Y, and Z, and X and Z work, but Y don't work, well, guess what? You can replace Y with another letter, something else. Oh, I tried this. You can go back to the drawing board and say, I'm gonna try it again, and I'll take a different approach. Right? You tried a couple of times, it don't work. All right, and then you can move past it. But guess what? Try something else. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your goals. It's like your family. Say your kids. Say they grow up and they're getting in a lot of fights. And you like, son, it's not the way to live. It's only a few things gonna come out of this. This is my father used to tell me. You're either gonna be in jail or you're gonna end up dead. Right? You don't want neither one of those. I don't want neither one of those for you. Right? So and say they get a little bit older and then their problems progress. Are you gonna give them to your kids, or are you gonna still be the man and you're gonna still stand 10 toes down and be that father in their life? Which one are you gonna do? You gonna give up on them, or you gonna keep fighting?
Keep fighting. And look, it's funny you said that, because like my daughter should be 16 this year, and she's smart. She in Illinois with her mom. She's smart. So a lot of people pick on her because she is considered a nerd like me. I'm a nerd. I don't give a fuck. I'm a nerd. I do a lot of shit. I'm proud to be a nerd, but I still lay these hands. But that's a whole nother story. But but now my daughter, she is gifted. Like she been an AB student her whole life. So she be whooping people ass for bothering her. And I be trying to tell her, like, that is not the answer all the time. I get it because I came from the life, but I was like, sometimes I tell her, look, I tell her this all the time when I do talk to her. Jealousy comes in the form of joking.
Mm-hmm.
When you're around somebody that always cracking jokes on you or saying something about what you got on, and my daughter, I don't know what's wrong with my words today, bro. My daughter know how to dress, so I know a lot of people pick on her. But back to what you were saying, bro, I tell my daughter, like, you can't do that. And I would never give up on my daughter, even if I don't talk to her for a couple months. Like, and I'm gonna be real, that I don't talk to my daughter like I should too. But that's why I'm finding balance to make peace with myself, because at the same time, it's not my fault that I reach out to her, she don't reach out to me. I know she got a lot going on. It's basically, I'm not gonna say whose fault it is, because it's not nobody's fault. But like you say, it's a two-way thing. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't be the only one reaching out to you to see what's going on, but I do my best to let her know, like, you are smart, you beautiful. They just jealous of you, but you can't keep using this to solve your problems. You gotta use this.
Mm-hmm. You
kill them with kindness.
That hurts them more. That hurts them more. You know what I'm saying? Really. Like they might pick on that shit, man, but the more people fear the intelligent man or the intelligent woman, since
Yeah,
we talk about your daughter, people fear that. They like to make jokes, but you know what? That's because they see something in you that they wish they were.
exactly, bro.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. You know, so my kids, and it's this thing. Let's go for anybody's kids. Like when you kids, you want to hear it. It takes obstacles, setbacks, trials, and tribulations, and it takes growth, right? That's why I like the fact that it's called thriving and working in life, right? So to thrive means to grow, to prosper, to blossom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So until we mature, it's hard to thrive, right? So thriving comes with experience. Thriving comes with age, right? And sound mind. You got to have sound mind. So my kids, they go one ear out the other. But this is what I'm saying. You never give up. You never give up. As a father, as a man, you continue to do what you got to do. You got to keep drilling those messages into your kids' head, right? Like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. This is the thing. So you instill these things into your kids, but you don't beat it in their head. Because when you beat it in their head, now they want to be rebellious. Now they really don't want to listen to nothing you got to say. So you just got to put the word out there and you got to move on. So a lot of parents, what they do is pound it in your head. They just bang, 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 bang. And they just like, and then they wonder why their kids look at you like you got three heads. They wonder why when you say sit down, they're like, no, I ain't sitting down.
And
Right?
that's funny you mentioned that because at the same time, like I grew up like I didn't know my dad, but the people I was around, it was like straight military. Like, I used to get the shit beat out of me, bro, when I stayed with my bird mama.
Mhm.
But some shit be generational. And I don't whoop my kids, but I will punish them and I will thump their ass at times. But I know my wife teaching me balance, like she was like, look, kids gonna be kids. You gotta be patient with them. And that's what I'm learning. Like, you know, like I grew up getting my ass whooped. I'm gonna be real. Man, my wife tell me, you don't have to always go to the belt or hands. It's ways you can talk to them. Take their iPad, take their laptop, take what they like to do, take a video game. So when it comes to kids and finding my balance, I do my best, not try to yell, but I will put their ass in the corner until I get tired.
I'm glad you said that because, in the black community, most black households, we're raised and we're taught that it's the white way of doing things and the black way of doing things. But a lot of black people go frown upon what I'm about to say, but it's the truth.
Bro,
White people have the tools, right? And not just that we don't have the tools. We have the tools, but we don't pick those tools up. We don't use them. White people have the tools. If you think about it, we used, well, I can't speak for you, but growing up, me and everybody around me that's a person of color, we used to make fun of white people when they be like, "Yo, Johnny, go in the corner," or "You're in timeout," or "Little Timmy, that's enough. I'm taking this away from you." We used to be like, "Nah, whoop that ass." But this is the thing, and I'm gonna tell you this by personal experience too. I used to get just like you said, I used to get my ass whooped growing up. But guess what? That made me stronger. That made my heart stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to fight a lot growing up. And I used to never care how old you was, how big you was. I got stitches over my eye for when I was like 11, maybe 12, trying to fight somebody in their 30s. I didn't care about age. I didn't care about size. My whole thing was, if I got a problem with you, or if I feel like you got a problem with me, we're going to fight. And if you get the best of me, I'm going to bust you in the head with something.
What? You fall, I'm
So,
stopping you. Keep going.
so my thing is, when I used to get whooped, the only thing that taught me is to be stronger, to be tougher. That made me be more resentful. I don't want my kids growing up be resentful. I don't want them to grow up with a chip on their shoulder and feel like it's me against the world, because that's how I grew up. The more I got my ass whooped, I feel like it's me against the world. Growing up, a lot of times I used to feel like God hated me. I used to feel like the world hated me, right? And that just fueled my anger. So that when I told you I didn't care about size or age, I was on go mode at all times. Right, growing up though, you get in a fight, and then you gotta go to family court. Like when you at young age, you go to family court and all this stuff. You get older, now you're going to jail. And guess what? The people you thought that was in your corner, the people that you thought that was friends, they're looking at you like, "Oh, you jailbait. Oh, you're a loser. You're going to jail." So
Exactly.
it's things like that that made me stronger or more wiser. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want people looking at me like that. I want them to look at me in a different light. So I had to change things about myself as a man. And I'm proud of myself, and I don't need no validation from nobody else because I know where I was and I know where I am today. I made a complete 360, a big turnaround. I am far better. This is a better version of me than 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I am proud of myself, and I don't need validation from nobody because if I validate myself on a daily basis, it ain't no room for no more validation. It's like it's no such thing as perfect, right? But like if you feel like you perfect, what's better than perfect? It ain't nothing better than perfect.
Right.
So that's how I feel about my validation. I validate myself enough that it's nothing else somebody else say that's gonna make me feel any better. You know what I'm saying? So back to what we talk about with the kids, man. Like you got to take that approach. Take a video game. Take this because that hurts them more. My son, he told me a couple times. He said, "Dad, just whoop me. I'd rather you whoop me than take my stuff." You muted. I don't know if you know you muted. Oh, okay. So yeah, my son used to be like, "Yo, just whoop me. I'd rather deal with the burn. I'd rather deal with the sting for like 10, 15 minutes than to lose out all my stuff." But nah, I had to change my approach. You're gonna lose this. You're gonna lose this until you know how to act right. And then you got to come back to me and apologize. And not just apologize, you got to tell me what you're apologizing for. Because a lot of times parents, they look for their kids to apologize, but they'll say it just so they can get their things back. But they really don't know why they're apologizing. So that's what you got to find, that balance with your kids. You got to find that balance with everything, with yourself, right? Because it takes a lot of self-discipline to discipline your kids the proper way. It goes back to like when people say, like I also tell people this, like some people say you don't know what love is, or you don't know how to love properly. So I tell a lot of people this: if a person wasn't loved properly, you can't expect them to love somebody else properly. You understand what I'm saying? So that when we talk about balance and stuff, we got to find balance with ourselves first. Once we understand who we are and we grow as an individual, then we can grow the people around us or the situation, right? It's people, places, and things, but it starts with self. So that's how you thrive. Okay. So let me read some of these comments real quick. Uh, yeah. Appreciate you for stopping by, China. I know you know DeMarcus, you know what I'm saying? We just started talking a couple days ago, but we got our podcast tomorrow, so that's what's up. I'll be ready for that. This guy on the phone. It's all good. Um, but yeah, man, it's hard for a lot of people to understand what a true balance is in life, right? And how to thrive in life. What's that? That's Yeah, the kids definitely try your patience. Heals the inner child within as well. Yeah, I mean, because you want them to grow up in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? So when he was talking about his daughter, hey, listen, my father used to tell me and my younger brother this all the time. Like, people will try to ridicule you or step on you or put you down or
I'm back, man.
say
Sorry
you can't,
about
you
that,
ain't
bro.
all good. So my father used to say, people that do those things, man, just don't outwardly show your emotions, right? Don't wear your emotions on your sleeve because now they feel like they got something over on you, right? My father used to tell me and my younger brother, you got to smile inwardly and have the mindset like one day I'm gonna be your boss. And
Mhm.
growing up, I didn't want to hear that, but as I got older, I said, you know what? Yeah, people that used to talk shit, like, you ain't gonna never make it, this and that. I used to smile inwardly and I used to look at them like, one day I'm gonna be your boss. And when I first had my first managing job, all these people that was talking shit, guess what? I'm like, hey, how much you get paid? Oh, you come on, man. I'm in a different tax bracket, but you said you was gonna be well off. You thought you was gonna be better than me. Come on, stop. But I ain't petty like that. But like, I had that mindset in the beginning though, because these same people used to talk so much shit. You ain't never gonna this. You're never gonna do this. You plateaued already. You reached your limits, right? Now I became a manager. Now I'm looking down at you like, hey, I need you to go do this. I need you to go take out that trash. They look at me like, I ain't doing it. Well, if you don't do it, you ain't got no job. And guess what? They fell in line. Because no matter how we look at things in life, we all got to answer to somebody.
Exactly. I do agree,
So,
bro. You gotta answer to somebody. So I do agree. And look, y'all for tuning in. I'm sorry about that, man. That was my wife. He was having a see that with that balance. See, I make time. I'm on a podcast live with my bro from another mother, and I still make time for my wife. But she knows I had to going through some mental, so I had to do calm her down. So, but yeah, bro, like you touched on a lot of good stuff, man. Like for us, like when it comes to the kids, bro, like I'm still learning, bro, how to be a good parent, bro. Like I'm learning every day, bro. 'Cause like I said, I grew up school of hard knocks. Bah. I didn't know my dad, so that's another thing, bro. I'm my attorneys. I don't know my dad. Never knew my dad. My mama, Bert rest her soul, she told me my dad was his name. Then when I went to that social security number, another social security card, I found out this was my daddy name. So my mama, my foster parent, everybody been lying to me my whole fucking life. To be honest, bro, I don't know if my dad name, I don't even fucking know. So me not being, and I can be real, bro. I had to find balance on how to be a man, bro. And I'm transparent because I was raised by all women, bro. My whole life, I was like had women in my life, but you know, a woman can't raise no man. So I had to find balance, bro, and figure out how to be a good father to my kids. How I had to figure shit out, bro. I had to figure shit out. A woman can't raise no man, bro. I'm being real, and I had to figure that shit out. Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that because listen, I've said that my whole life too. But I recently started reading this book, and I gotta actually buy it. I forgot the name of it. I wrote it down somewhere. I actually got to buy it because as I'm reading this book, it was a lot of meaningful things in there. A lot of things that get like maybe look at things differently, right? So the one thing that said in that book, I'm gonna paraphrase right now because obviously I don't have it in front of me. And I wish I had read the book before I
Get
had my
that
first
book.
kid.
Get that book.
Huh? I gotta find where I wrote it down, but I'll definitely let you know. But I wish I knew or read that book before I had my first kid because I definitely would have applied it to my life. So it's basically was saying that it's like I think the old Indian way. I think that's what it is. The old Indian way of how to raise kids. The first 10 years of the kid's life, if you have a son or whatever, they let the mom, or the first 7 years, something like that, they let the mom raise the kid. Right now, as a man, you probably like what? And now I first seen it, I said the same thing, like, what the fuck is this they talking about? But they gave a breakdown of why the old Indian way, like why they felt that way. So by allowing them to see things through a woman's lens, guess what? You're teaching them how to love. You're teaching them how to be nourishers, right? Now, we both have daughters. You have a wife, right? So if you allow your son, to grow up the first 7 years with the mother, with a woman, they understand a woman more as they get older. They understand now. Now they know how to love a woman because now they think like a woman, right? So after the 7th year, now you as a father, now you stepping in. Now you teaching them how to be a man. Now so the first thing is this. So without a mother, it wouldn't be a man, right? We plant the seed, they develop the seed.
Yeah.
The kid lives in them. So that's why naturally we all are closer to our moms at birth. It doesn't matter how much the man is around because they hear mom's voice and they just feel mom because they inside of mom. You understand what I'm saying? So I agree with that. Allowing your son to grow up learning from a woman for the first couple years. Because that teaches them a whole lot of stuff. Now they know how to down. They're gonna respect their mother. They're gonna respect their kids. They're gonna respect everybody around them. They know they're gonna know how to love properly. They're gonna be able to be good nourishers. Because there's nothing wrong with a man being a nourisher. A lot of men think it's all about being tough. It's not. So I like to be balanced. I like to be
There you
versatile.
go. That's
Go ahead.
good, bro. Cause like me being, it's crazy, but me being raised by women, bro, it taught me how to clean, bro. Like
See?
taught me how to clean, taught me how to wash my own clothes, taught me how to fold clothes, bro. So I agree with the balance, bro. It's like being raised. I was raised by my great auntie, bro. my mama that raised, like, my great auntie Carol raised my mama, and my other auntie Tyra raised them. So I had that old school training. Taught me how, being around women taught me how to cook, bro. When I stay with my mama, bro, it might be feminine, but my mama taught me how to plant flowers, bro. She taught me how to wash my clothes, bro. Taught me how to clean, bro. I done stayed in many places, bro. And people came in my apartment when I let in and say, it was like, do a woman serve with you? I said, fuck no. I just know how to clean, bro. I just know it. When you, like, you're right, when you find it balance, when you raised by women, bro, it's just like, it hit different. Like, not saying the father can't teach you how to do certain things, but the man really teach you how to, shut the fuck up. Stick your chest out.
Yep.
Say it with your chest out. Yep. Stop crying. You a bitch. But
and guess what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So to touch on what you were saying, all right, so now as men, right? We're men now. Now we going out there to meet a woman, right? I'm not saying us in particular because you're married. We go out, we meet these women. We raised by our fathers. Now we got our chest out. So what the first thing a woman gonna say? Oh, no, he toxic. He got a lot of anger issues. And that woman could they could be like, I'm either gonna deal with that or I'm not. But guess what? In a person like you said you know how to clean. I guarantee you one thing. I put everything on it that when you met Erica, that she loved the fact that you was cleaning. She probably looked at you and said, "Oh, this is a good man, right?
Yeah,
he ain't no dirty ass bum."
And that's what she. Right? And that's one thing she said she loved about me, because she said she dealt with people that can't clean like me. Once that OCD attendance kick in, bro, I'm a clean, bro. I remember she went live. She made a joke. She was like, "Yeah, I like to wash, bro. I like to wash clothes, bro." Just because, like, you know, when dirty clothes, and this how I'm finding that balance. Like, and I'm gonna say this, like, cleaning is my therapy.
Yeah.
So when I clean, bro, I can have a fucked up day, bro. And like I said in the beginning, how I find balance, I got a fucked up day. As long as I clean, bro, I can wash some clothes, bro. I might don't fold. That's my wife do that. I might don't fold them. But, bro, I will wash everything in the house. Like, it can be me and my wife work uniform. And, like, I'm washing this shit, bro, because I know that's me doing something. I like to stay busy, bro. Whether I'm working on my business, whether I'm at the job, if I'm just sitting around the house, bro, I'm going to find something to do, bro. I'm going to find something to do, whether it's washing the same table over and over, whether it's washing clothes, bro. That's how that's therapy. That's how I find my balance. Like, when I'm angry, if I don't want to listen to nothing on TV, I'm going to clean up, bro. That's my therapy. I love cleaning, bro. I would clean the shit out of something. But you can put me in a shitty situation, bro. I done been on jobs, bro. I was in a shitty situation, bro. I went in there, put that little suit and cleaned that shit up, bro. You can put me anywhere, bro. I would clean and shop that building, bro. That's just me, bro. I love to clean, bro. I love to fucking clean. I'm like Mr. Clean, the black version or the melon version.
And you also brought up the plant flowers and stuff. Listen, a lot of women, like, they like flowers. So imagine Erica saying, "Oh, I want to get these flowers. I ain't had no time." You be like, "Babe, I got you. I'll plant them shits for you." You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes a long way. A father ain't gonna teach you to do no shit like that. A father gonna tell you, "Nigga, are you soft? Like, what? Why are you touching flowers?" You know what I'm saying? But that makes you a complete man when you can do the manly things and you got that sensitive side. So you know what I'm saying? Like, men think that men can't be sensitive, right? At the end of the day, we're humans. Everybody's sensitive, right? Like, everybody got a breaking point. So any man that said they ain't not sensitive, I can get them there. Believe me, I can push certain buttons, and I'm gonna make you real sensitive. Because once you start dealing with your emotions, guess what? You're sensitive now. You start getting people mad. You start cracking jokes on them. They can't take it no more. Guess what? That sensitivity gonna come out. So every man is just like a woman, sensitive. She said, "Don't be afraid to show it."
Exactly. And me, and Alex, I don't be afraid. And my wife said, she said she loved it. I already know. She know I can clean the shit out of the fucking toilet. But look.
Stop on that cleaning shit.
Yeah, look, that's my balance. But when it comes to, bro, like, this balance, like, because, you know, a man gonna teach you how to be macho on all these shows on TV from Love and Hip Hop, and they teach you how to be macho. But, you know, like, my wife, she teach me how to, like, because when I first met her, I'm gonna be real, I didn't know how to express my emotions to her because I've been through so much hurt, bro. I know, but once I got to really knowing her, She know I'm emotional, bro. She know I get in my feelings, bro. But that's where she's my confidant, bro. So I feel comfortable expressing my feelings to her, bro, because I know she's not gonna look at me, oh, you less of a man, you a bitch. Put your big boy boxes on, all the shit they be saying to you, like, but she accept me, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, bro, I get emotional. Like, when somebody piss me at my job, bro, wherever I'm at, I get in my feelings, like, I can't stand that bitch. I can't stand it. But she tell that's that's why I love my wife, bro. That's my balance, bro. That's the yin to my yang, bro. That's the left to my right. That's the water to my cup, bro. Real shit.
That's what's up, bro. I like that. I like that. And, I always talk highly about you. My older brother was over here not too long ago. Remember Chef Dennis? He was just over here yesterday, and he was talking about his podcast, and then I mentioned that, man, you got something in the works, and I got others. I told him how I'm gonna have a busy week. It's 7 days out the week. This week I got 6 podcasts. I got this one with you, and I got 5 of my own. Right?
Yeah, you got some
Tuesday,
shit
Wednesday,
lined up.
So, like you said, I like to be busy. Right now, I'm not working, and I haven't been doing podcasts for a while because
I'm gonna mute this because they outside cutting grass. I'm gonna mute it, but keep going, bro.
All right, because people, places, and things, man. So sometimes things happen, right? So I kind of got derailed, but it's all good. I'm here. I'm still focused. I'm still motivated. So that's why I got all these podcasts coming this week. Got to stay busy. And that's that, man. But you was talking about your wife, man. Like, so I was telling my brother, like, I commend you because no matter what's going on, you always big your wife up. Like, now you had ones where podcast episodes where both of y'all was on it together. Well, she could be at work or she could not even be home, and you always find that time to big her up and put her on that pedestal that she belongs. You always talk about how she's your queen, and she's a queen in general. And I commend you for that. And I was telling my brother that. I'm like, that's good. And then the fact that she always there for you, that's how you know you got a good woman, right? That no matter how emotional you might get, no matter what you go through in life, when she's there by your side when nobody else is there, that's a good woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, as you already know, Allison is my kid's mom, and she's a good woman. She do some fucked up shit sometimes, but she's a good woman, right? Like I credit a lot of my success in life. I credit it to her, right? Because she made me a better man. You know what I'm saying? And hey, and it's a lot of other people that might say this and might say that, but it's people like her, it's people like Erica that makes us better men, and that's what we all need. When we talk about that balance, we need that balance. It's a scale, right? If it's like this, no good. It's no good. Need to be here. Equally yoked. Once you equally yoked, you got a good thing. Once you got a good thing, can't really let it go, man. So I don't know how loud that is outside, but go ahead.
That shit loud, bro. They have to cutting grass. Like, they just want to cut grass on my recording days.
I can't even hear you. So you good.
But now, like, that is like I'm glad you said that, bro. Cause about Ellison, like, and my wife Erica, like, that's what a man need, bro. That's balance. Cause think about it. If a man don't have that balance with his wife or his partner, they gonna be out here reckless, bro, doing all type of shit. And I'm the type, and why I say where my balance come in with my wife, like, I'm the type. Sometimes I just go off the edge, bro. I just see the edge. I say, fuck a parachute. I just want to jump, especially when it comes to business. But behind the scenes, my wife is good with accounting. She good with numbers. Me, I just say shit that's funny to make it happen. But go ahead, bro, because they getting loud. Go ahead.
I honestly can't hear it, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to pick up in the camera, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why we talk about thriving. We talk about that, finding that balance in life, and that's that balance. That's part of that balance. Is finding that right person for you, not just that right person, the right people. Once we put the right people around us, life is grand. You know what I'm saying? Life is grand, and you, as long as you stay focused and everybody around you on the same level, and they're also focused, you can't ask for nothing better, right?
How you said that, bro. You gotta have the right people around you, because sometimes you can have the wrong people around you, and you wonder why your life not balanced. You could be giving your business, your job, your relationship, you putting you all in, but you wonder why it's something right there that's keep causing you to fall off or jump off the wagon a little bit. And it's the people around you. I like how you said that, bro. I don't have many people around me, and I'm just serious. Like, the people I work with at my 9 to 5. I don't hang out with them when I get off, bro. We can laugh, joke while we at the line, on the line, cooking, flipping burgers, whatever. But once I get off, I don't hang around them because like I'm balanced. Y'all still doing the shit in the streets. Y'all still want to hang out, smoke, do all that. When I get off work, bro, I'll be ready to come home to my wife, bro. I'll be ready to come home, watch me a good movie, bro, either on Tubi, Netflix, or Stars. That's my balance, bro. Like at times when I get off work, bro, I probably don't want to listen to no Jim Rohns. I probably don't want to work my biz. I probably just want to woosah and watch a movie with my wife because we watch some dope ass movies, bro. I fuss with Tubi, bro. But that's like the how I find my balance, bro. But I don't hang out with nobody outside my job. Back to your point, you gotta have the right people around you. I can't have a person around me. I can't have a bunch of yes men or yes women around me that say knowing you fucking up, but they say, "Oh yeah, you good, you good." How are you growing in life? How can you find about how are you growing in life? And they just telling you, "Oh, everything okay." I don't have people like that around me no more, bro. I have people around me that's gonna get on my ass when I'm tripping, slipping, like your podcast, slipping and
tripping. Shit, always got to have the drinks on hand. Shit, you gotta keep it to a minimum though, so everything come out smooth and concise. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But yeah, that's a lot of people. Like I said, they fall victim to that, like not knowing how to find that balance, and then they wonder why they can't thrive in life. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, so that's why it's important to learn these things at an early age, right? Because the more you grow with that mindset, the more better off you'll be. Look, these millionaires, you think they became millionaires without having a plan? Say a lot of them have started with because they started with their family's money. Their family had money, right? But you can't continue to have that business if you don't have the right mindset.
Exactly. So I definitely got to get my drink ready for the boy.
Yeah. I think wine, right? I believe she said she's gonna have wine. I definitely gotta pour me some of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a more Merlot type of person though. I don't know if she a white wine, sweet wine. I don't know.
And look, y'all, I just want to say shout out to my wife Erica. Shout out to Allison, the mother of my boy Desmond, my brother's mother. And shout out to China, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Listen to two Melanated brothers chop it up about how to find balance, man. Because, at times, we are not balanced. We're unstable. But that's where y'all wonderful women come in and keep us balanced. And I ain't going to even lie. My son is in the house. He keep me balanced, too. Because I know I'm still learning how to be a father. So me being around him, I can be like, you know what? I'm not going to yell at him today. Or tomorrow, I'm just gonna put him in the corner, take his tablet. Or when he get in trouble at school, he don't look. He like to watch movies like us. As long as he got his TV and his phone, he cool. Once you take it away from him, so that's why I'm learning how to find balance, how to be a good father. Cause I didn't know. But back to my point, I thank y'all for just being the women y'all are, man, supporting, especially my wife supporting me when I get on my emotional downfall, man. Like, cause I be tripping, bro. At times, my wife know I be tripping. Like, she looking at me like, "What the fuck wrong with you?" And she's a Scorpio, so she got that fire. She be like, "Bro, what the fuck wrong with you? What is the problem? Fuck him." That's what she tell me.
Right. and it's the thing, because we've had plenty of conversations prior to today, so I know, like I said, just like me, you haven't said the word trauma, but like you deal with a lot of traumas as well. Like you talk about how you was raised and how you was brought up, right, and things you've been through, how you was in the streets at one point, right. And when you speak about it so passionately, that to the point where I know it's some kind of trauma, some kind of traumatic things that happen in your life that is still affects you to today. And I think that's why a lot of times you like to bug out and you get emotional. And that's when Erica said, "Hold up, nigga, nah. Let me reel it back. Hold on, let's scale it back a little bit. Let's scale it back.
You
calm
right.
down. Woosah, find yourself. Okay, look at me, look in my eyes. Okay, you good now. I see you smiling." And I know she do
that same shit, bro. Like, that's crazy. She tell me that same shit, like, calm down. Like, she be telling me do breath work, bro. But I got better, bro, because I had to really do that shadow work and find that I had to heal in the inside. Because you right, bro. It was certain things that I went through in the past, like the past trauma, that was causing me to be unbalanced in my marriage now. And that's why I said my wife came in and was like, "Look, I know that happened." She always tell me, "It happened. You can't change that. But the only thing you can do is change your future and change your present future and change the way you see it." Because when it comes to the kids, bro, it's Illinois, I always think of me not being around or not being around us and the shit they is going through, bro. Like my two boys, bro. I'm not gonna touch on it on here, but they going through fucked up shit with their mama. And it hurt me when I can't reach when I reach out to them and I don't get no contact from her. And you seeing me texting and you seeing me trying to reach out, see how my boy is doing. Being like every time I used to talk to them, you always in the camera, like, bro, that hurt me. But my wife tell me, like, you can't control it because they in the house with her. Just control the way you react to a situation. Even my brother Will Baptiste, he told me, like, look, you can't control it. You just control yourself. So I'm still in life learning how to find balance with myself mentally because at times, bro, I be fucked up all up. I'm gonna be real. At times the thoughts go through my head, bro. But it's like I can have a fucked up day, bro. Even if my day still fucked up. It's like when I get around my wife, bro, or my son, I calm down, even though if I'm not calmed all the way down, if that makes sense. Because it's just like some being around them, bro. It's like I tell people this. Like balance my home, my sanctuary. That's where I find that's where my peace at. Oh, it can be a fucking storm outside. As long as that shit don't knock it in her, I'm cool. And I say that metaphorically, like whatever I'm going through at work, I try my best not to bring it at home because this is my balance. But Pop say this is my end zone.
Have you ever considered going to therapy?
I thought about it. I ain't gonna even lie. I thought about it, but that's why, like, people don't know this, but Will Baptiste on the Owl app, he's one of my mentors. That's my therapy. Like when I'm having an off day or I'm so unbalanced and angry, I take shit on my wife, I call Will Baptiste and he calmed me down. Like Will Baptiste is my mentor. My Canadian brother, that's my therapy, bro. He's my mentor. And one thing I like about him, I love about him, he gets straight to the point. He don't say, well, it's that fault. He say, look, bro, you the reason why this shit is happening. You need to fix you. And that's why I like calling him, bro.
Well, you know what? Hey, this is the thing. I don't know what those circumstances was, but a lot of the times, I would say 99% of the time, it falls back on that person because everything starts with self, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So find that balance. You got to find that balance with yourself. So the one thing I learned through therapy, I see my therapist tomorrow, but one thing I learned through therapy is, when trying to overcome or get past your past traumas, it's about embracing it and accepting it, right? Because I still haven't embraced it. Because mentally, when somebody say embrace it, right? For me, it sounds like you're saying accept it. I don't accept certain things that happen in my life. So for me, that's still a work in progress. But my therapist tells me all the time, like once you embrace your past and those traumas and understand that you wouldn't be who you are now without those circumstances.
I was just
so embrace it, and once you embrace it, you can move past it. And once you move past it, now you can grow, you can develop, you can thrive more because you're not focused on this, right? Because a lot of times I tell people I suppressed it, and if I have flare-ups, but I don't think about my past traumas like every day because I don't. It's just sometimes like it takes one bad thing, then now my mind focuses on every negative thing that happened in my life. So that's why my therapist is saying, like, once you embrace that, you can get past it. Once you get past it, now you no longer gonna think about all these negative things, right? So it's a work in progress. It's not one of those things that's gonna happen overnight. And like I said, I'm actually looking forward to going to therapy tomorrow because it helps. I always felt like therapy helps, right? And a lot of black men say, fuck therapy. I ain't got time for it, I ain't got the money for it, and I'm not going to put my business out there. But guess what? It do make you feel better. It's like getting a body cleanse, right? It's like when you wash your hands. You put your hands in some mud and then you put them under that water and all that shit falls off. That's how therapy is. Like this podcast, my podcast, to me, it's therapy because now I get to converse with people. I get the because my social life is in the gutter. So when I'm able to converse with other people on the podcast and stuff, that's therapy. That's healing for me. That is healing because that's me getting out there and interacting with people and getting to know people and people getting to know me. That is therapy, and I love it. That's why I'm looking forward to this week. Like today, being on here with you. This is the first time I've been on in like 3 weeks on my podcast or any podcast. So this right here is helping me right now.
And I do agree, bro. Like sometimes people do got to go to therapy, bro, to find a balance in their life. And I like to say this, like, and And the people that hold it, because I used to do the same thing. The people that hold a lot of shit in they went through, bro. People hold that shit in, bro. They gonna fucking explode, bro. Like my temper, bro. Like my temper and my attitudes, bro, would be like this. Like any little thing, bro, I used to spaz out because I had so much anger inside of me due to what I went through in my past dramas, past trauma, past drama, past bullshit. Let me just say that. But like how your therapy said, I started embracing what I went through in the past. I started accepting that because that made me who I am today, bro. That made me a better man. I look at it like this. Everything I went through in life, whether it was caused by somebody else or it was caused by me, I feel like I had to go through that because it made me a better person. Like, and I say this all the time. I wouldn't change nothing I went through in my past, bro. Because I feel like if I change anything in my past, I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't be chasing success that I'm chasing now. I wouldn't be an author who bring out his 6 books. I wouldn't be the person who finna drop his clothing line called Seeking Out His Wear. I wouldn't be associated with legal shit. And all y'all that's out there that's going through something, y'all need that legal help. If y'all know lawyers charge about $2,000 an hour, legal shit, all you need is a monthly plan. You can have lawyers on deck, whether you want to get your will done, whether you want to get contracts looked over if you're a rapper, whatever you're going through, legal shit got you. But back to the message. But yeah, the trauma I went through in the past, bro, I used to hold it in, but it made me who I am today, bro. And I wouldn't change none of that. So sometimes, like you said, you gotta go to therapy. Therapy, like I said, I don't physically go to a therapy, but when I see Will Baptiste, and I don't even lie, it's China, the one you have on your podcast. I called her many times and she gave me advice. Like we talk all the time about like what you do about this. Like she get good advice, so I'm gonna give her flowers too, cause that's my spiritual sister. I met on the out, and it's been many times I called her about a situation and she gave me the advice I need. Like so, the OWL app is my therapy. Let me just say that people on the OWL, some people talk to.
So that goes back to what I was saying about the podcast. It's therapy. It's therapeutic. And you know, I will say this. You know no longer than me, but the conversation I had with China, like I know she's a good speaker. She spoke from the heart, and she was clear in her message, and it was good. Now the crazy thing is, she beat me to the punch. I was going to already ask her for a contact, but as the time was dwindling it down, she was like, "Hey, let me get your contact," because the way we've been conversating, we could have had multiple podcasts just based off this conversation. So she's a good speaker as well, so that's good. And you know, she has a podcast, but she only has the one episode right now. But I'm gonna help her, you know, get there where she gets do it more regularly, because I watched it after we got off. I watched it, and it was pretty good. I liked it. The guy she had on there, he was well spoken as well, so it was good. So she has all the tools and everything is there. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I say, look, sometimes you find balance and you find the peace, like when you go to therapy or you talk to like-minded individuals, like who understand you, who know the pain because they went through it before, or they know somebody who's going through it. Like, I'm gonna be real. I find balance just by talking to people who went through shit in life. I'm gonna be real. You can't tell me nothing about the trench, about the hood, if you was raised in the suburbs or you've been spoon-fed your whole life. You can't tell me none of how to deal with my trauma and you haven't been through nothing. Some shit you can't read in no book.
Right.
Being real. Some shit you need to hear a motherfucker. Oh yeah, went through this. I almost lost my life. I dealt with the wrong person who got me. Them the stories, bro, that I embrace because that I run to and get the therapy I need or the balance I need. Cause like I said, I learn from people who've been through it. Cause they can tell me where you've been through it. Now let's get through it.
Months ago, you had a podcast about people that try to fit in. You was like, stop trying to fit in, right? And that's the thing. If you try to you're dealing with a puzzle, right? And you trying to fit a piece that don't belong there, right? It don't fit. That means that puzzle is not for you. Move on to the next. That's just how life is. So it's all about piecing yourself with the right puzzle, putting yourself in the right position to be successful or to thrive, putting yourself around the right people or like-minded people, because that's how you're going to succeed. Like, put it this way. You think a millionaire is going to hang out with somebody like a regular person that might make like 30 grand a year? No. Different tax bracket. You can't relate. Imagine y'all hanging out and you talking this big money shit, or you going out flashing, or you buying this $100 glass, and just one glass of wine, they said $100, and you hang out with somebody that damn, man, I can't afford that, bro. You loan me some money, it's not gonna fit. So that's why you got to put yourself around like-minded people. That's why the rich hang out with the rich. Different tax brackets they hang out. If you put 10 black guys or 10 black people in the room, 10 white people, 10 Asian people, 10 Puerto Ricans, all strangers, none of them know each other. Put them all in a room. Who you think they're going to congregate with?
Okay,
The
people.
blacks can go with the blacks. The whites can go with the whites. It's just human nature, right? Because their instincts gonna say is, oh, okay, we are the same color, we are the same, so we can relate to each other. So that's how life works. You have to put yourself around like-minded people for anything to work, because you can't, like I said, you can't put this person that's on this level in a room with this person and think they're gonna mesh. It's not gonna happen. It's just
And
not.
that,
So
and that,
people that's trying to be entrepreneurs, people do podcasts and stuff, we surround ourselves with each other, and that's why it works. You
and
know
I
what I'm
just
saying?
made this post on Facebook. You can't soar like an eagle, so they're hanging around pigeons. And I'm gonna say it again for all y'all that's watching. You can't soar like an eagle and you hanging around pigeons. See, an eagle, if you look at an eagle, they in the air scoping, like where my next opportunity at. A pigeon is just hanging around on the ground looking for
Ground level.
leftovers. Yeah, ground. So that's
Yeah.
why I made that post, bro. So like you said, you got to push yourself around the right people, because if, like, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like the team I'm with, Legal Shield, bro. I'm with Legal Shield, bro. The people that's on my team, bro, are billionaires, bro. They've been doing this shit for umpteen years, bro. So I'm saying the people I'm placing myself around, like I said, my goal with Legal Shield, bro, make $1 million a month. And I'm gonna chase, bro, I'm gonna put my track shoes on, bro, and I'm gonna keep pushing till I make it happen, bro.
Right. So, okay. Let me say this. So, all right. So you said $1 million a month, right? So, all right. So you have a vision, right? Like you know, you have a vision.
He's on
You
my
write on
board
your vision
too.
board.
I wrote it down,
So,
yeah.
so you have to start small before you can get big. So instead of saying that you're gonna make $1 million, start with a lower number, and once you get there, then you say, okay, I made this. I was successful. Now I'm gonna get here, right? Don't shoot yourself in the foot before you even get in the race. You know what I'm saying? So start with a lower number. Now I know where you want to be. We all want to be at the top. A lot of people want to play God. A lot of people want to be millionaires. So what I'm saying, my advice to you is, instead of saying $1 million, start with a lower number. Say $500,000, if you will. Let that be on your vision board first before you talk about $1 million.
Now I get what you're saying, bro. It's just like they say you become like the people you connect yourself with. So if you hang around 5 broke people, you're gonna be the 6 broke people. The
You're
people
right.
I'm connected with, bro, are they on their level, bro. Like when I get on these calls, bro, they give me that fire. But that's you know how when you hear like a good audio or somebody, you hear like a good gem drop, bro. It just give me that passion. But I definitely get what you're saying, bro. It's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
It's levels. But that's one of my goals, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. That's one of the goals, bro. Even
No,
if
I
I
get it.
start with it, I know.
Like
Go ahead, jump
smaller.
in.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I get it. That's your goal. Start smaller though, my brother,
I got you.
and then work your way up there. You got to crawl before you walk, right? So right now you're not crawling. You might be kneeling right now. You a little bit off the ground, so you're not crawling. You made it past it. So now from crawling or being hunched over. Now you want to be in a standing position, right? And then after that, and then you can talk about flying. So start with a smaller number and let that be your vision.
I got
And then
you.
once you get there, you can smile and celebrate. Pop some champagne. So I did it. I made it. And then
No,
just keep elevating from there.
I ain't popping no
Elevate from there.
champagne. I'm gonna be drinking some tea and some lemon water, some lemon water.
Yeah, you love that tea. Yeah, you love that tea. I'm gonna start drinking some tea too.
Man,
Because hey,
it's
listen,
good,
man.
bro.
Because health wise, like when I drink tea and lately my body been feeling better. I've been eating better. And it's crazy because I wasn't even doing consciously. Eating better. I drank tea here and there, and just like a lot of bananas, the potassium and all that stuff. And I've been feeling a lot better. I have.
And that's how you find balance with yourself, bro. Like when
Yeah.
I eat healthy, bro, my body feels so good. Like it's balanced out, bro. Like it's crazy. Like I'll just say this, like it's some people who barely not balanced. Like they can't even walk out of their room or walk up a flight of stairs without them running out of breath, bro, because their body is unbalanced, bro. When I eat healthy, bro, it's just I love going to the gym, bro. I love working out, bro, because it's that balance, bro. So respect my bro has been crawling, putting in work for a long time in his season. Appreciate that, sis. Yeah, Danny, man, Marie, like she's another sister I'm in the podcast, man. Great energy, man. Been on a few of her. She had like some podcast meetups, man. Like she's a good person, man. Like so. Shout out to Danny, man. Thank you for coming on, man. Like they just need to reach out to her, man. Y'all need to do a podcast together. Like she's very inspiring, bro.
You said she been on yours before?
No, I've been on her podcast maybe. It's been a while ago when I've been on her podcast. That's when I was still doing
the podcast?
Yeah. She be dropping shit like on the regular.
What's the name of it?
She'll put it in the She'll put it in the comment.
All right, Danny, put your podcast handle in there because I'm all about supporting and helping other people get their name out there. You know what I'm saying? So, when you give support, you get support. So I'm all about that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all gotta. We title this the best of both worlds because I know like we're fathers, we're entrepreneurs, we're slaves to these plantation jobs. But
every time you say that, laugh. It's funny because one of my friends, he used to say that because the company I was working for, right? He was working for the company. Like he for a brief time, he worked at the same location as me, but then he went. You know, he's a proprietor, so he owns his own. So he went out and did that. But we used to be on the phone every day. We used to like the plantation. We ain't say work. He was like, "Yo, you got to go to the plantation today." I'm like, "You know it."
Yeah.
So that's what it is because you sell your soul to the devil. That's what it is. You work all these hours and it's like they don't care about your kids. They don't care about you. And the crazy thing is when you work these jobs, you can be like, bro, my kid's sick. My kid's in the hospital. They be like, you can't come to work. And then look at them like, bro.
I'm gonna speak on it because they don't care. Like, look, I work like yesterday was Sunday, and I don't care who watches at my job. Y'all know I don't get two fucks. Well, I got a manager there, bro. I tell her I gotta get off at a certain time because me and my wife will pick my son up. So she told me, well, you gotta wait till this person come back from break. But I'm like, he ain't even went on break yet. So by the time he come back, it's gonna be after hours. So what I do, and I was a little upset, but what I do, I went over her head, went to the other manager, like, what's going on? And make a long story short, the manager that wouldn't let me leave had to take my spot, and I was stocking up and clocking out and getting in the car with my wife. I'm learning how to find a balance, bro, because at the same time, certain people irks me the fuck up, bro. They but I know I gotta find it. I gotta stay up here mentally, bro. Yeah, they be tripping, bro. But I gotta stay right up here mentally, bro, because I know. And my wife know me, bro. She know when I'm upset, I don't say nothing, bro. She can laugh and joke. I just look at her like.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't like when I get the wrinkles in my forehead, bro. She know I'm pissed off. But I say to say this, bro. My wife is my balance, bro. It don't matter what I got going on in life, whether it's the kids, me up all night trying to figure out a podcast title, or me trying to figure out how to put a book cover on or create a book cover, bro. I know my wife is my balance, bro. So it don't matter. I'ma always lean on my wife, bro, because she my support, bro. When I'm jacked all up, I know who to go to, bro.
And that's good because like I said, your kids see that, and they're gonna emulate that when they get older. So when you have a peaceful wife, it's a peaceful life. A peaceful life, it's a peaceful home. So anything in that home, whether you got daughters, you got animals, or you got a son. Peaceful wife, peaceful life. Peaceful life, peaceful home.
Happy house, happy spouse.
There you go. No matter how you cut that cake, like it's you know what I'm saying, and that's what a lot of people ought to understand. A lot of men they got a one track mind, right? Or should I say we have a one track mind because we men, I hate to say we, I don't fit in that boat.
Like I said early, bro, at times I do have a one track mind. Like I said, I'm ready to jump off the edge. Yeah. If it look good, I would jump off the edge. But my wife, she come in like she my better. She be like, look, we gotta look into that. We gotta look into that. We gotta do that. Me, if it sound good, I see it. Shit, I'm ready to fund it. But my wife, she gonna break everything down. I'm just being real, bro. Like I do have a one track mind at times, bro. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, you good. But that's all I'm saying. Like, those are the keys to success in any household, right? Like you can't just worry about self. You gotta worry about everybody that's in your circle, right? Because it's like if I scratch your back, you scratch my back. You take care of me, I take care of you. And once you have that kind of mindset, and the people around you have the same mindset, life is grand. Like I said earlier, life is grand. Like, you take care of your wife to the best of your ability. Your wife take care of you to the best of her ability. What else can
Mhm.
you ask for? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody that walks God's green earth, we want love, we want respect, we want kindness, we want compassion, right? So once you have that mindset that this is what you're going to put out there in the universe, you're going to get that back in return. Once you get
Mhm.
that, your job is complete. Life is grand. You can't ask for nothing better. We chasing the same thing in life. Love.
Mhm.
Comes before anything else. All these successful people, that they don't have love or somebody in their life that love them and they can love on them, guess what? They miserable. A
It's
lot of them become alcoholics or drug addicts.
miserable.
So you have to, when we talk about that balance and thriving in life, to thrive properly in life, you have to have a balance in life, right? And to have a balance in life, it starts with self. You got to know who you are and where you want to go, and you got to put the right people around you, and you got to, and when I say the right people, they got to be like minded, right? Because if they think like you think like them. Touchdown. Touchdown. You know what I'm saying? You MJ with 6 rings. You Tom Brady with how many rings he got now?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
He got a lot of them though.
so that's where a lot of people they got to get back in touch with themselves, their inner selves, right? They got to have that direction. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So hey, that's that.
Look, my
Hmm.
boy, we've been on like an hour and 20. Man, this has been a great conversation, bro. I don't have no time limit, bro. When the conversation good, bro, we
Yeah,
can we can keep going, bro. But is there anything else you
yeah.
want to share? Like how what's coming next for I don't know, I'm gonna call you Roy.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, that is my name, but I go by Desmond. That's my Desmond's on the screen.
Desmond, I'm just messing with you, bro.
That, yeah. The only people that call me Roy is like professionally, like at a job or something like that. You know what I mean? So some people I wouldn't want them to call me Desmond. It depends. It depends on the person. But if I don't rock with you like that, you call me Desmond. I'm like, yeah, nah, call me Roy,
Got you.
because that's reserved to people that's close to me or like family. Other than that, yeah, just call me Roy. It's just casual. It's social. It's just business related, professionally. Yeah, just call me Roy. But what would you ask me? You said if anything I
Like,
would add.
what's next for you? What's the update with the food truck? Like, what's next, man? I know you got about a lot of you got a lot of podcasts you finna do, but like, what's next for you? Like, you writing a book? Like, what's next, man? What's going on, man? What's next?
Well, I mean, like I said, the food truck is my biggest thing. Like, a couple weeks ago, I wanted to drop it off so it can get worked on, but like it sat all winter. I put brand new batteries in it. Like I used to start it every day, just to hear it, just to hear it, and then like it sat for like 2 months, or maybe at this point like 3 months, where I haven't started, and then so now it don't start. So now I gotta get it started. It's probably just need a jump, and then I'm gonna drop it off, man. And I'm gonna get my first piece of business worked on. Like I'm gonna get the walls done, the ceilings, the floor, and all the electric done. And I'm gonna get the gas line ran in there. You know what I'm saying? So I already got the equipment in it. So now it's crazy is when I drop it before I drop it off, I have to go to rent a storage unit, take all the equipment out and put it in the storage unit because they can't
Mm-hmm.
do the floor and everything if the equipment's in there. So I'm gonna have to take all of it out. And now it's only one piece that's real heavy. It's crazy. I thought I was gonna get a hernia by picking that shit up. Me and my kid's mom, and I hated to use her for help. She was like, "Oh, it's heavy." I'm like, "Oh, we can do it," and I felt bad because it
So, like, me and my wife looking shit. Like, we got it.
it
Let's
was
go.
like 450 pounds and shit. And I'm grabbing it, but I thought she's gonna kill me trying to get it in the truck because I told her to get in the truck. I'm on the ground, and then at
Yeah,
one
cause
point it
all
was
the
coming
weight.
down on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost dropped it. I would have been mad, but so that's what's next for me, man. I got to start getting it built out. It's gonna cost me a lot of money, but like baby steps. You know what I'm saying? It's tax season, money's coming in. Plus, we had 10 grand, right? We got 10 grand that just came our way, so that's going to the truck. So
I'm
I'm
telling
excited
you,
about that.
you're gonna
So
need that. You're gonna need that legal advice. So holler at me when you need that legal advice. I got you. I got
I
lawyers
got
on
you.
deck.
I'm gonna click on that link in the email. I'm gonna research it. I'm gonna see how it can benefit me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of
And
things, man. So
bro, I can get you on a 3-way call with my mentor, bro. Like she good at she good, bro. She been around doing this for 15 years, bro. Legal shit been around for 52 years. She been doing this for 15 years. So that's who
okay,
I go to. Yeah, bro. She like, especially when it comes to like the legal side of things, like, cause you get a truck, bro. I want to make sure you get, like, if you got to review a contract, bro, or somebody you go get the work done and they fuck some mess up and say, oh well, you gotta pay. They can help you with all that, bro. Like, that's why I'm passionate about doing this, bro. Like, I'm building a team. I got a membership, but I'm also building a team. That's why I'm passionate about legal shit, bro. I ain't never been passionate about a company because I look at it like I'm helping people save money in their pocket. You know how much it is to talk to a lawyer, bro,
a
about
lot. I know.
anything. And with legal
Hmm.
shit, all you need is like a monthly plan. You got a lawyer 24/7, like consulting, like around the clock. And like I got the ID shield because I was fixing my identity theft. So me, my wife, my son, all our information from passports, phone numbers, social security numbers, bank accounts, bro, it's getting monitored 24/7, bro, with ID shield. Anytime something looks suspicious, we get an alert like they monitoring all that, bro. And another thing I like about having legal shield, bro, because I got kids, bro. Anybody that's registered as a sex offender, bro, on the app, you can see it, bro. It show you all that. And where I stay at, bro, it's so many sex offenders in this area, bro. I was like, God damn. But that's why I like Legal Shield, because it puts you on point, bro. It got you on, put you on, keep you on game, bro.
Mm. I like that. She tried to put you over too. Yeah.
Appreciate that, sis. Yeah, that's why. And answer the question, what's next for me? Why I really haven't really made no moves to launch my clothing line, bro. Or did I'm gonna continue to do my podcast, seeking knowledge, but bro, I'm talking about I just connect with one of Will Baptiste family. I ain't gonna say family, but she part of his Canadian family. Bro, I
Right.
talked to her, bro. I don't want to come get the LLC, but I'm talking about doing a his and her like fragrance line, bro.
Right.
But only why I ain't launched nothing for the clothing line or none of that, just because I want to get the paperwork. So I'm gonna sit down with my lawyer, me and my wife to get the LLC. Once we get the LLC, talk to people about the business funding, bro. I gotta, there's levels to this shit, bro.
You're right. And speaking about that, you just reminded me because I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but it's like I have not wrote it in my notes, in my to do list and whatever. I still have to get my business ID number. I still got to get that. Like when I went to the township about the food truck, and I had to talk to the township, and I also had to talk to shit, what's it called?
I do agree, sis. That's why I'm
You
doing. I'm
know,
trying to.
that like the health inspection and stuff. So I had to talk to them, and they both asked me the same question: do you have your business ID number? I don't have it yet. So I have to put that. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna
I'm
write it down right
telling
now.
you, bro. Better yet, bro, if you got some time, bro, I will call my mentor 3-way and you tell her everything you got going on for your food truck, bro. And she gonna put you on game, bro. Like, when it comes to leadership, bro, I share it with a lot of people, bro, but I think one of the people who see themselves as business owners, who see themselves as working for themselves or leaving the rat race, like I'm planning on doing. So, bro, that's why I say, bro, you will make a good fit in a monthly fee, bro. It's so small, bro, to have 24/7. You need that's that balance, bro. You look. I know a lot of entrepreneurs out here that doing all this, but they ain't got the right paperwork, bro. That's why a lot of stuff I put on hold until I get the. I got an EIN, but I want to have that LLC.
Yeah, see, I got to get the EIN. That's what I need for the food truck. You know what I'm saying? And then the LLC as well. But see, like I ain't go for my LLC yet because like a business name. I haven't found a business name or a truck name, a name for the truck that I'm in love with. And that's what made me put that off. So I still had to come up with that. And now they told me I could put whatever and I could always change it. But they was like, you need that business, you need the EIN number, you need the LLC, you need to patent that stuff now for somebody else
Yeah.
that might be on the podcast and hear what you got to say, might try to steal your ideas or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get on top of that. So you said what's next for me? That's what's next for me. I have to prioritize that and make sure all my ducks is in order. Yeah, let's see. I use this immensely while I was here. What you get your EIN number for, China? So I know she busy too. She be
Yeah,
doing the damn thing.
she smart as hell, bro. Like she very gifted, bro. That's why I be
Yeah,
talking to her. Like, but nah, that's what next for me. Getting the right paperwork, like getting the LLC, and it's just
sure.
for grant funding.
Oh, for grant funding. Okay, yeah, I didn't know you need that for a grant funding. But all right, see, you learn something every day.
Yeah,
I
what I'm
definitely didn't know
saying.
that.
That's why I'm glad, like, bro, like I said, everybody go different routes. Like I said, I'm gonna use legal shit on, so I keep that money. I gotta call my lawyer, and because like I got my lawyer working on some shit for me right now that I gotta actually call her ass. But yeah, bro, that's why I say this next. Next for me is getting the paperwork, LLC, Seeking Knowledge, LLC. Then, like I said, I got my sixth book coming out. It's a podcast, but it's gonna be an audio book. I got a person working on that who I met on the OWL app. But for us, that like continue to work on myself daily. That's so I can keep have that good balance. I need that yin and that yang. I need the sensitive side of me, so I won't be macho all the time. But that's what's
there
next to me,
you
bro.
go. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, anything else you want to? Oh, wait, what's it? I read that one already. All right. Yeah, anything else you want to add?
Nah, bro, I'm done. If you ain't got it, ask the people how can they reach out to you, bro, and how can they if they want to be guests on your podcast, like how can they find you? Where are you located at?
Appreciate you, China. Yeah. You can find me on YouTube at Desmond Black 620. You type that in, and it'll pop right up. Now, it's not geared just for the podcast. I got my stuff on there for my food truck as well. But yeah, it's under one of the my playlists. You'll see the Sipping and Tripping podcast. You click on that, all the episodes on there. So right now it's 28. Tomorrow will be number 29. I don't know what's wrong with this guy right now, but yeah, that's how you can find me. And then I will soon be extracting the audio from my podcast on YouTube, and I will be posting that on Spotify because I know a lot of people like to just listen. You know, they might be at work or in the gym. So I will do that. I am looking to making a Instagram just for the podcast and also for the food truck. Post pictures, videos, things of that nature to get my name out there a little bit more. But yeah, that's where you can find me right now. So on YouTube at Desmond Black 620.
Appreciate you sharing that, bro. And look, man, y'all done heard my ad so many times where to find me at. I don't use LinkedIn no more, so I'm not on there. Even if you see my account on there, that's not me. They hacked it. I can't even get back in there. But I'm also on Facebook. That's my main platform. You can find me on my Instagram page, or you can find me on the OWL app. You look download the OWL app, by the way. You put my referral code in, Brewster, BREWSTER. Get that $10 credit to your account. Because look, we can talk. You want to just talk. You want some legal advice. You just want some inspiration. I got you. But thank you so much, bro, for coming on the podcast, man. This has been a wonderful, beautiful episode, man. Like I said, I always love your transparency, bro. That's why I'm glad we finally linked up. Man, you're a good person. Right. I just say, look, keep going, bro. You got this, man. And
right. Now I hear you say that, Chad. So I got to make sure I say it for you. Whoever, all the listeners, the viewers, whether it's here live or on the replay, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I just had to put that out there.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I, like always, man. I appreciate you as well.
Till next time, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
All right.